Casper's Declassified Ethereality Product Reviews. Ah hey yo, dudes and dudettes. This episode we have another Martian third-arm guest who will be speak to us again by the spirit, and communicating to us through his automobile's still small voice through our mind that will come across to us through our thoughts, as he will not only be dissecting the stats of the Aktərpuz third-arm on himself, but he will also be chit-chatting with us a bit about anti-Semitism. I expect you will learn more about what it can do, as I most defiantly will too. I will post a roster of his stats after the broadcast. Have you guessed it who the guest speaker is yet? Here's a clue. He is a young spray painting artist who finds obscure places to tag a building. As a graffiti artist, he sprays around various places, from the shadows of an old abandoned underground parking garage to your room in the inside of a movie theater is exempt from being tagged, working murals onto the walls without even knowing he is being watched. Have I got you scratching your head, thinking is this a joke? Well, I'm dead serious about him. Here's another clue. This tagger shakes his fist and the ball rattles as he sprays through his fingernails, and shaking his fist again, ball rattles to spray some more in a repetitive motion. He shakes his fist, rattling the ball, and sprays. He works from a distance in dead silence that follows for a brief moment, until a fist shaking and a ball rattles. It pauses, shakes, ball rattling, and sprays one long spray to finish up his canvas on the wall covered with graffiti street art. Now without further ado, I present to you the 6th Aktərpuz Martian severed third arm. We are reviewing tonight Vinny the Airbrusher. Spray it on them.
Yo,
Vinny.
What up, Earthlings? What it do? Vinny the Airbrusher, or you can just call me Vincent, as I come in peace and to tag up your mind with picture-perfect graffiti thoughts. Enough said for that brief introduction. The skimming about me is word on the street says my source of Stomarda was encountered during a movie night in a movie theater and took on all one's holding efforts to make it effortless as I tagged up the place. Keep my appearance, bro. I can be identified with the Araimmorane species, as I'm a hoodlum from the home world of Zuluris IV, that's the crib of the race of humanoid severed-arm Martians, who consists of the anatomical upper extremities crossbreed of a brachial, antebrachial, carpal, pollex, palmar, manus, digital, and olecranal. So don't get it twisted. And so it is, we have flabby, pinkish yellow skin, but on top of it I showcase an armful of tribal tattoos that runs down my forearm. I may seem like a white ghetto boy, speaking Ebonics, but don't get it twisted. There's a big difference between making good grades and being smart, as I'm short and sweet and tightly packed with advanced medical knowledge. Not to mention, I give peeps an extra hand. I think I've already said that. If you can't tell by my voice, I could be a male one moment and a female another, so I'm both, a transgender. What's so funny? I perceive you laughing, and if I read you I wouldn't do that. I'll reach my hand through your speaker and beat your twiddle poopy poop thou breaking gassy pygel. If you were to touch me, but don't get too close. There's laws against touching minors out of places on the back of my arm. You would feel peach fuzz down to my hand and forearm. I haven't hit puberty, so I'm not hairy like your old man. But watch it. I have eyes in the back of my hand, fingernails that is as I can see if you try to get too touchy-feely, so be careful not to poke my eyes. If you touch my fingernails, have small transparent fingernail and grown eyes that will be batting at you with a rascally look. Now get this, my age is... Whoa! You've guessed it. This chicken dude you're listening to is a preteen under the age of 13. Buy me a drink for my birthday. I wouldn't. You're not supposed to be giving minors booze. Where's tribal tack popo? I'd let you pick me up for a second, then put me down to feel I'm a 3 pound, 9 inch, 1 foot 17 inches in length and 3 inches in width young un. I love fashion and the product model, who be rocking the tie-dye short sleeve that really makes my arm full of urban tattoos pop. Earlier today I interacted with Casper through sign language and finger tapping Morse code, and the personality I put off was more of a loony, giddy, tribalistic, graphical, teeny bop, and free spirit type. Other insights on the thoughts about me are things I are true, reputable, authentic, pure, compelling, gracious, the best, beautiful, and things to admire, as I know that hard to believe with me being a preteen, yet I can be a bit touchy, feeling compassion, peace, stable, relaxed, and productive at times. Oh, and here's something else you didn't know about me. Behind the name, Airbrusher is a tattoo term that means when the ink sprays all over your pants, and I don't mean to brag, but my superpower is I sprays paint like ink out of my fingertips for graphic art to tag up buildings, to create a smoke screen, to sprue poison gas or tear gas or laughing gas at a vigilante. So don't get busted. Another developing new for the problem I fix is making things reachable in low light conditions, as I strive to obtain the goal and outcome to encourage diversity, boasting in weakness, and living a vibrant life with integrity. Nevertheless, fulfill the outcome of being an extra loom created for movie lovers and actors, so they can do more faster and enjoy the art of watching a film with concessions nearby that gives them a hand as it strives for a hands-free movie world. One memorable interaction I will leave for you in hopes to experience is that I'd interact with you and quote through sign language. My tongue is inditing a good matter, so don't judge me. I speak of the things which I have made touching the celeb. My tongue is the pen of the ready writer. So I'll encourage you to write the vision, and make it plain upon walls, that onlookers may run that reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. Another tip off the noggin is my action as I effectively hold papers so you won't have to while you read, and I also hold movie items to give movie watchers an easy read as desired, but I knew you already knew that, just making myself clear so you won't get it twisted. And finally, my personal connection is with the Aktərpuz family, and my leader is Spectra, as my big sis and brothers are very overprotective of me. And I'll leave you with this: I took after and was dedicated to an actor/model named Vincent Michaels, who is a 13-year-old bilingual actor and model, living south of the border in Cancun. So, let's talk anti-Semitism, as I'll tell you what I know from where my other comrade-in-arms left off. More seriously, many nations in Europe and in the former Soviet Empire are struggling, mostly due to unsettled or chaotic economic and social conditions, with movements opposing foreigners, including recent immigrants and traditional enemies. These movements champion racial or national supremacy, and call for the type of charismatic, authoritarian leader that historically persecuted Jews and other minorities. But while parts of Europe remain caught up in racial unrest, the Middle East is home to the harshest anti-Semitism in the world today. Nazi-like language is regularly expressed by the media and governments in the countries that oppose Israel and the West. And as dozens and dozens of terrorist incidents have demonstrated, there are many in Middle Eastern countries willing to act on these beliefs. I bet you didn't know I knew that. Holmes killed it. Thanks homie, Casper, for allowing me to speak. May you live long and prosper. I'm out, my little homies. Shalom shalom.
Whoa. Dude, that's was so sick. You're awesome, Vinny. I ought to have you tag up my room with some cool graffiti art sometime. Cool. Thanks so much, Vinny the Airbrusher, for being on the show, and using your voice to turn off the dark of anti-Semitism, nevertheless, not letting them silence you. Appropriately, that's all for now, folks. Join me next time for another product review edition with another Martian Third Arm, who will be doing another Third Arm product review on itself. Oh, and might I remind you not to forget to check out the roster of Vinny the Airbrusher on my page following this broadcast. Until another declassified case, this is Casper, signing off and spraying with Vinny. Peace out.
What charges are you bringing against this man?
He's a criminal! Crucify him!
Give them what they want.
Stretch him out. He's dead. Get him down.
Casper's Declassified Ethereality Product Reviews.